Ain't doing nothing. And just when you thought it was safe, it is absolutely, positively not. And good Friday evening to you. Glad to have each and every one of you here. Hoping that your day has been simply marvelous, that you've been able to do all the things that you wanted to do, and we've made it down to the end of another week. I am waiting for my guests to arrive, and that's Miss Deborah Marion, the mother of Lorenzen Wright. That's who I'm waiting on. Her and Abigail Noel. They should be here probably about the next 15 or 20 minutes. They are running late. In fact, I just called and Miss Marion uh, was just changing clothes and heading to the studio. So we will wait for them to get here. And we are again still in the election season. And those of you politicians who need to see me, y'all need to come on and see me. Okay? Uh, you need to get your campaign right here on the Thaddeus Matthews Show, a show that is vastly watched by thousands on a daily basis, not just black folk. A lot of the white folk watch this show because they want to know what is going on not only in the black community, but also in the political realm. And people are watching because they want to hear the tough questions asked. So I'm still waiting to hear from some of you who have said, well, I'm coming that way. Some of you that were supposed to have me some munchies today that I didn't hear from. And like I said, I'm not going to run after you. I ain't going to keep calling you and bugging you. But I want the white politicians to know you are welcome to advertise on this show as well. I've been waiting on a black candidate for a judgeship to contact me. I can't keep waiting. So if her white opponent who is running for judge, come on, come on in the room. But tonight's show should be a very, very interesting show. I want to talk to Miss Marion about a lot of things that's dealing with the death of her son. I want to know how she feels about Shara. I want to know why was it that she agreed with the plea bargain. I want to also ask her, what do you think Shara's actual role was in the murder of her son? How does she feel about Billy Ray Turner? Does she feel that everyone that was involved in the murder of her son is in custody? Or is there someone else? Billy Ray Turner and his attorney has said that there will be no plea. They want to go to trial. But if all of a sudden he see that he's facing the rest of his life in the penitentiary and decides that he wants a plea, will she, as the mother, say, yes, we will agree? I also want to ask her about her relationship with the grandchildren. So there's so much that I want to get in, and I wish they had been on time. because I wanted to jump right off into some things. Tell you what, let's do. Let's take a commercial break and let me call them and find out if they're on their way. Also, Abigail Noel, a psychic who predicted and stated some of the facts around the death of Lorenzen, will also be with her. In fact, she picking her up. So we'll talk about it right after these commercial messages. You're getting pulled over. All right, well, call me back when the police get through with you. Ain't that something? Uh, love you so much too, darling.
Y'all ain't started yet?
Huh?
I said y'all ain't started yet?
Wait a minute, let me take this out. Well,
I said y'all haven't started yet?
I'm waiting for the guests to get here. I mean, we on. I did my first little monologue.
Who
They
your
didn't.
guest tonight?
Lorenzen Wright's mother.
Oh,
They done got pulled over by the police for speeding, trying to get here.
maybe they won't give her
Mm.
to you. They gonna give it to you. Oh, so sorry to hear that. I'm thinking tonight, turn the air off. Abigail's been there since 6.
Huh?
She's been there since 6. And leave that,
She let you know? She texted you?
cause I can't turn the system off, cause I need it. Turn it.
There's something I would say, but these cameras open.
Just that it gets too hot. Equipment's not supposed to be on.
Anita Tipton.
Yeah, I gave you everything you need. Trying to think of everything before I leave, you know? I'm gonna be gone next year, alright?
Damn, Carol Weir. Abigail, Abigail didn't see that coming before the police got her. And she the psychic.
Oh, the psychic got the ticket.
Yeah, the psychic driver.
I wonder, they can't see when they gonna get a whole lot of money. Psychic. They can't see when they gonna lose a whole lot. It's a weird deal, ain't it? He's so silly. I didn't say anything.
Carol, I have to agree with you on them. Yeah. Hell, if I was a psychic, I want to know when the police. But y'all remember when one prophetess, Juanita Bynum, got her ass whooped?
She ain't see that shit coming in.
She didn't see that ass whooping coming.
Think I'd rather get a ticket than ask for.
Hampton, Virginia. Go ahead. Did I see New Jersey on here a few months ago? Simply me, who you talk about? Norfolk, Virginia. What's going on, brother Elliot? You've been with me all day. You were with me on the blues this morning. Lawrenceville, Georgia. Oakland to Los Angeles. Baton Rouge, Newark, New Jersey. Baltimore, Maryland. Yes, I am. Messy with Chicago, Illinois. In fact, I'll be doing that next Monday, the 19th in Atlanta. All right. Abigail got pulled over by Memphis finders on the interstate trying to get here. Now she's a psychic. She should have saw them police on the X-road. And you know what? They're coming from the church. I didn't see one squad car, not one squad car on on the interstate. But I'm waiting for them to arrive. But the police, they were speeding, I guess, and the police pulled her over. Abigail has Miss Miriam in the car. It should be very interesting. Dale,
Yes.
I messed up this Instagram. Wait a minute. Hell, I'm gonna fix it my damn self. If folks think I can't fix nothing. I think I started over. But again, I am waiting for Miss Wright and to get here. Miss Marion, not Mrs. Wright, Mrs. Marion. You know, Lorenzen was born in November, in fact, November 4th, 1975, in Oxford, Mississippi. They'll check to see if the police have let them go or not. Call Abigail. Lorenzen was destined to become a star. He would become a Memphis high school and college basketball star, spend 13 years in the NBA, marry his teenage sweetheart, father 7 children, and bury a young daughter. At 34, he was shot to death in a grassy field in southeast Shelby County. His ex-wife, Cheryl Wright, and co-defendant Billy Ray Turner were scheduled to be tried on first-degree murder. Cheryl has pleaded guilty to facilitating the murder. In other words, she planned the murder. She laid it out. But he will be charged with first-degree murder, conspiracy to commit first-degree murder, and attempted first-degree murder. And that comes into play by them going to Atlanta They was going to kill him in Atlanta, Georgia. He didn't come home. Damn, lucky him. He didn't come home. So the murder was not able to take place as the original plan was for it to take place in Atlanta. On July 18th, 2010, Lorenzen Wright and wife Cheryl Wright have divorced after spending their lives together, including 13 years of marriage. He was in Memphis to visit their 6 children. Late that night, he leaves her house in Collierville, Tennessee. July 19th, 2010, at 12:13 a.m., Lorenzen Wright is shot multiple times in a secluded grassy area of southeast Shelby County. July 22nd, 2010, with friends and family unable to locate him, Deborah Marion, Lorenzen Wright's mother, reports him missing. July 27th, 2010, during the search, Cheryl Wright tells Collierville police her ex-husband has been involved in criminal activity. On what?
Nothing.
They still with the police?
I ain't get no answer.
Didn't get, well, I guess you can't answer the phone when you're talking to the police. July 2010, Lorenzen Wright's body is found near the TPC Southwind Golf Course in an area known by area residents as Callis Cutoff. Investigators learned that his call for help as shots were fired bounced to Germantown, Tennessee, where the 911 operator failed to report it. With this information, police were able to locate his body. November 4th, 2010, Lorenzen Wright's family visited his grave to celebrate what would have been his 35th birthday. November 10th, 2010, the medical examiner's autopsy report shows that Lorenzen Wright was shot up to 11 times, including at least twice in the head and twice in the chest. The remains of the 6'11" tall basketball player weighed a mere 57 pounds. As weeks became months and months became years, the reward for information to solve the case only grew to $21,000. September 15, 2014, Herb Wright, Lorenzen's father, and Cheryl Wright Robinson's, she remarried, agreed to a confidential settlement in his petition to have her removed as the trustee of the $1 million in insurance Lorenzen had for their children. Records show she bought cars, spent money on vacations, and $950,000 on houses in Eads, Tennessee, and Greers Ferry, Arkansas. Lorenzen Wright made about $55 million during his basketball career, but was nearly broke at the time of his death. January 1, 2015, Cheryl Wright Robinson publishes Mr. Tell Me Anything, a book she wrote and is listed as fiction. But she admits that the scenes of domestic battles And when the heroine who catches her basketball star husband in bed with another woman were true. November 10th, 2017, Memphis police disclosed that the gun believed to have been used to shoot Lorenzen Wright has been recovered from a lake in Walnut, Mississippi. December 4th, 2017, Billy Ray Turner, a small business owner, Collierville Church deacon, and associate of Cheryl Wright, is arrested at the Collierville Express Mart on murder charges in connection to Lorenzen Wright's death. December 8th, 2017, Cheryl Wright, now living in Riverside, California, is also arrested and charged with murdering her ex husband. She fights her extradition back to Memphis. On January 26, 2018, Cheryl Wright makes her first court appearance in Memphis, where criminal court judge Lee Coffey explains the first degree murder, conspiracy to commit first degree murder, and attempted first degree murder charges. On May 5th, 2018, prosecutors laid out the case against Turner and Cheryl Wright during their bond hearing. They named a third but unindicted suspect in the case, Jimmy Martin. Martin is Wright's cousin and is in prison on a murder conviction. He told investigators where to find the murder weapon, about a failed plot also to kill Lorenzen Wright in Atlanta, and how he helped the co-defendants clean up the crime scene. Turner's bond is $15 million. May 31st, 2018, Cheryl Wright's bond is set at $20 million. On November 30th, 2018, a trial date of September 16th, 2019 is set for Cheryl Wright and Turner on the murder charges. We know that Cheryl will not be charged, will not be going on trial, rather. But Billy Ray Turner has stated that he does not want a plea, will not accept a plea. He wants his day in court. There's been so much that is going on with this case. I'm going to take another commercial break, and I want to check to see if the Popo done let Miss Marion and the Psyche go free. We'll be back after these messages. Yeah, they're getting a hellified ticket. He was 34 years old when he got killed. Tony King, who the fuck are you? In fact, we don't even have to worry about who you are anymore. He already blocked. I hate when folks late to my goddamn show. And if it wasn't this particular show, you know, I tell motherfuckers don't come. Love y'all in Chicago too.
Your call has been forwarded to an automatic.
Text Abigail uh, and ask her, do the police still have them on the side of that expressway? Mister, I don't need you to tell me who the fuck I need to call. I got this. You text her.
Mm-hmm.
South Carolina. Miami in the house. Mm. Baltimore. Don't take that damn long getting a damn ticket. I smell some shit in the game. I don't take that long to get no goddamn ticket. Yeah. Oh, I didn't know. You didn't count me in. I don't know. I didn't hear you. I'm sorry. All right. Well, thank you. I'm wondering how long it takes to get a damn ticket. Hmm. Okay. I'm sorry, T. I wasn't paying you any attention because I just called Abigail. Because when I called them, well, has it been about 20 minutes now? They were getting pulled over. Hell, I got tickets faster than that when I get them. But look, there's a blues and comedy show, an all-white affair on tomorrow night at the Top of the Line Club, 3674 Ridgeway. The doors will open at 7 p.m. On the show is Stacy Marino, L.J. Eccles, Courtney Little, and DJ Mike E. Mike, and they've got a comedian called Crack 'em Up. All right. It's at the Top of the Line, 3674 Ridgeway. The tickets are $30. VIP is available, and for a VIP table, just call 901-679-2211. That's 901-679-2211. It's a blues and comedy show. It's an all-white affair. Again, featuring Stacy Marino, L.J. Eccles, Courtney Little, and DJ Mikey Mike, and comedian Crack 'em Up. All right. Let me try these folk again. I hate when folk are late to my show. Mm.
Your call has been forwarded to an automatic voice message system.
Now, see, what's really going on? It don't take that long to get no damn ticket. Okay. Well, I'm just sitting here. And again, I hate, if it was not this particular case, I would tell, don't worry about it. Because if you leave on time, you can be on time. All right, well, hell, what we're gonna do now? Hey, one of the things that happened with Cheryl, and that's a 200 some odd page report on her bad behavior. And I think that she was trying to play crazy. She was incarcerated January 10th, 2018. Her first issue was documented on March 10th when she was caught passing a note to another inmate. She was given a warning, but it was just a sign of things to come. She was written up 7 times that month in March, and her behavior would get even worse. On May 29th of 2018, God said Cheryl got naked and flooded her cell. Let me see who this is. Yes, who is this? Who the hell?
It's one. Just a voicemail. That's two.
Yes, who is this?
Ma'am, it was on Cat News Day.
Ma'am, I didn't. Wait a minute. Did I tell you to call me? Did I open up the phone lines? Did I wait a minute? Did I open up the phone lines for you to call me?
No, sir.
Well, so then what? Whoa. So why the hell are you calling me?
I wanted to say
I didn't ask you to tell me a damn thing. We ain't friends. You can't just dial me when you get ready. This is a talk, ma'am. Damn it, this is a show, a television show. Did I ask your ass to call me?
no.
Okay, so then, damn it, if I don't open up the phone lines and say that you are free to call me, don't call me.
Okay, I understand.
Now get your ass off the phone. Damn, we ain't friends. Just calling me like we partners or friends or so. Hey, I just wanted. Hell, I didn't ask you to tell me nothing. Damn. Let me do this. I've been doing this damn near 40 years. I think I got a sense of how to do this. Just gonna dial me. Well, I just wanted to tell you. Well, hell, was that our friend across the street?
I don't know.
Huh?
I don't know.
Damn. I'll call you like your friends. I just wanted to tell you something. Now here, maybe lose my point. I thought it may have been the people on the side of the expressway for the last damn hour almost getting a ticket. Let me try them again.
Your call has been forwarded to an automatic voice message system. 53092.
I done messed Instagram up again. This thing don't want to read my fingers. Come on, wait a minute, Dale, wait a minute. Hell, I don't know what the hell. I think I'm live. What you think going on, Dale?
Sometimes it takes a little time, but sometimes
To get a ticket?
sometimes it's taken me an hour one time
To get a ticket.
to get a ticket.
Ain't never took me no hour to get no
It's
ticket.
taken me an hour one time.
I'd be glad when, or you, Mr. Matthews. The last time I did get a ticket when they caught me on the expressway going 81 miles an hour. I was late to the show. I was still late though.
Right.
And they dropped the ticket. I went in there that morning. Everybody that had a ticket got dropped. I said, won't he do it? Hasha ba ba ba. I don't know what's going on with my guests. And if it was not this particular case, I would not even be dealing with. But let me go back to, I think my point was she was trying to play crazy, right? Okay. In May of 2018, She got naked in her cell, pushed the water into the day room and yelled, "I'm going swimming. I'm going swimming, y'all." See, she was trying to play crazy. She had frequent disputes with prison officials. On October 5th, 2018, documents state that Wright began dancing and yelling disrespectful things to guards during a strip such, including, "You could have at least thrown me some dollars." Oh, the hoe wanted to be a real hoe in jail. "You could throw me some dollars, make it rain." 3 days after that particular incident, Wright was deemed mentally competent to stand trial, although she appeared in court in a red jumpsuit to indicate discipline for poor behavior. So that's what it means when you get on the red jumpsuits when you come to the courtroom. Um, you got some behavior issues. The incident slowed after she was deemed mentally fit. 30 of the 51 reports happened before her mental evaluation was announced. In other words, she wanted to play crazy. On March 2nd of this year, records show Wright became irate over not receiving medication. She began screaming and cursing at the guards. And at one point she yelled, "My kids make more money than y'all. They millionaires." Okay, all right. And I'm just really just killing time because I'm waiting, which is cutting into my time. Yeah, which is cutting into my time. What kind of medication was she getting? You think they was already giving her some crazy pills? Let me try these folk again. Ooh, they better be glad it's this particular case.
Your call has been forwarded to an automatic voice message system. 530-927-772.
I'm smelling some doo-doo in the game. I am. See, it don't take this damn long to get no damn ticket. Have they responded to you texting?
No.
Okay. You know, first of all, you called me. I didn't call you to do an interview. We were supposed to do it Monday. That fell through. So then the promise came. We gonna Friday night. Now it won't be another shot. Now I swear for God, it won't, I don't give a damn who it is that's dead. It will not be another shot. We don't do this twice. I normally don't do it but once, but it will not be a second time. I don't know what has happened, but my instincts have went off. Because when I called at 7 o'clock, they were just getting ready to leave the house for a show that starts at 7 o'clock. And I tell folks, you need to respect my show just like you do the white people's show. Okay. Um, then when I called back about 10 minutes later, they were being pulled over on um, the side of the interstate. Um, and that was about 10 minutes after 7. And here it is, 7:47. And there's no way I can do the thorough interview that I wanted to do with her uh, in the time that's left. I go off the air at 9 o'clock. I have no desire to stay on past 9 o'clock, period. But no, we ain't gonna play like this. Tell you what, let's take one last commercial break, and if I don't contact them during this commercial break, then the hell with it. We'll be back after these messages. There's some shit in the game there.
Your call has been forwarded to an automatic voice message system. 530927772.
It don't take. I don't give a damn if you're going 100 miles an hour. It don't take that goddamn long getting no damn ticket. They won't get a goddamn third time. Hell, I need something else to talk about though.
Yeah, you got about an hour.
Your call has been forwarded to an automatic voice message system. 5309277.
See, I'm almost sure if they told police on the side of the interstate that that was Lorenzen Wright's mother, they was gonna let her go head on.
It's two ways to look at that though.
Why? You coming to the Thaddeus Matthews
You
show?
come to the Thaddeus Matthews show, and Abigail is not the police's friend.
But them little officers on the street, on the side of the expressway, they ain't gonna know who she is. It would take a major or captain or colonel or lieutenant to know who the fuck Abigail is. Hell, most folk here in Memphis don't know who Abigail is.
But they know who Deborah is.
Huh?
They know who Deborah is.
They know who Deborah is. Well-
Somebody said she might be riding dirty.
Oh. We ain't been talking about no motherfucking Andrew Caldwell. And that shit will get you the fuck off my show. We don't talk about him on my TV show. I'll deal with that bullshit on Instagram, but I don't do it on TV.
Your call is forwarded to an automatic voice message system. 5.
Okay, imagine me too, bitch, you go. Now, somebody else mentioned it on my goddamn show.
Available. At the tone, please record your message. When you have finished recording, you may hang up.
The police have no right to take your phone, so they wouldn't have took a telephone. And even if they took the phone, it don't take no goddamn hour to get no ticket. There's the last one. Where's the motherfucker you gone? This is a goddamn TV show. Bye. Don't ask me no goddamn stupid questions. All right. I don't know what is up. Um, like I said, I smell some doo-doo in the game. It does not take this long to get a ticket. The only reason it would take this long, you going to jail. But I think that is disrespectful to my show not to call me, text me, or say something is going on unless something tragic has happened. I don't give a damn. It will not take place on this show. You don't get a third time to stand me up on this show. One of the reasons I don't do guests is because I don't need guests to do the show. I do guests for the purpose of disseminating information. I thought that this was a worthy subject to deal with. But, you know, I go on the air at 7. You know what time I go on the air. There's no excuse to being late to the show. I called at 7 o'clock when I pull up. Because I run in here with 5 minutes to spare every day. It's a good day when I'm just out this way. If I'm here 10 or 15 minutes early, I just happen to be in this area having to do with something. But it's disrespectful to this show. And y'all won't do white TV and white TV personalities like this. The only excuse is you went to jail. That's the only thing I want to get. What else could it be? Did you get a call that said, don't go on the Thaddeus Matthews show? Now, there's a lot of folk. I don't know why. I'm a nice guy. But I don't know why there are some folk who are fearful to come on this show. If you're full of bullshit, you know you don't need to, because I ask the tough questions. You know, we don't just dance on this show. If I want to dance, I go to the club, I go to the bar. But on this show, I ask the tough questions. There's a lot of politicians that don't want to come on this show. People running for office, and probably some of those who have paid me, don't want to be interviewed because they're fearful I may open up that closet where the skeletons are, where there are some things that have happened that you might not want to be talked about, and you're running for office. Now, it's not going to stop me from talking about it, but I'd rather talk about it with you present instead of talking about it and you are not here. So, what else? I mean, what else can I say other than I don't know what the hell going on? And again, I did not call seeking an interview. I think that as the black talk show host in this city, that since the death of Lorenzen Wright, when I was on the radio with Lorenzen in 2010, I was on the radio when they found his body. Denise Dean was working for me at that time. We went live from the location all evening long on the radio. We were the only radio station there that was doing that blow-by-blow expose of what was going on. When this case broke in 2017, I brought more information than anybody that I know of. This program, when it became public that Miss Deborah Marion couldn't pay her bills, no other TV station did anything. We raised this show, the Thaddeus Matthews show, when I looked at it and I said, look, something needs to be done for this mother. This show, in 2 days, raised $6,500. I took Miss Marion $6,500 cash from the people who needed this show, who viewed this show, who wanted to help her. I have tried to get her on this show during this period. I received a call. I go to the courtroom when I'm not busy to bring information that the other medias are not going to bring you directly. We go live at those events. I received a call last week from Abigail. Abigail called me and said that Miss Deborah Marion wanted to come on the show and she wanted to come with her. I said, okay. It was set for Monday night. Monday, about 5 or 6 o'clock, I get another excuse. I said, fine, the show goes on. And I shared with them, I shared with Abigail, that you get one more shot at bat. So she called me, texted me, let's do it Friday night. I called her today to confirm. She says, well, I'm gonna pick her up. Dale says, you received a text at 6 stating that Abigail was there to pick her up. I called at 7. When I got here, should have been here. I'm waiting for her to change clothes. Ain't nobody, I don't see nothing on the camera.
I know she's on the phone. I can hear her.
I'm up there. See, at 8 o'clock, I'm not gonna try to do an interview. I'm not gonna do a half-ass interview. You don't just come on my damn show when you get good and damn ready. No, there's procedure. If they walked in right now, we can't do it. Because with all that I need to know and ask, it cannot happen in an hour. So, well, I was almost finna say what I was gonna say. I can't say that. This is FU Friday. So, is that on that? I think that probably somebody got to them. And I may be wrong. But why you not here? This ticket thing happened over an hour ago. And I can hear you, T. Close the mic, thank you. Happened over an hour ago. I know exactly where she lives, which is not far from me. So, you know, I just don't understand it. I think that it would have been an intriguing interview. I think that some questions that this community has been wondering about this particular matter would have been heard, because I wanted to ask some questions. I wanted to know, since the defense attorneys were speaking of the fact that Shara stated that she had been beaten by Lorenzo. What was her opinion? Did she have any knowledge of Lorenzen ever being physical with Shara? I wanted to also know because Miss Marion stated that she wanted to see her grown grandchildren. What's really the relationship with the grandchildren? What was the relationship prior to his death? What has been the relationship all of these years? I also was going to ask about the trust fund that Herb Wright, the father of Lorenzen, he's over. How is that money for the children being handled? Oh, I had some questions, but don't seem like that those questions will ever be answered. Yes, I understand the hurt, the pain of losing a son. Okay. I had a son killed by a drunk driver. So I know there's a pain in that. But there was some questions. See, this has been probably the biggest news story in Memphis, probably in the last couple of years. But I also understand that there is a fear of the questions that Thaddeus Matthews will ask you. Because when you come and sit in the hot seat, I'm going to go where you may not suggest. See, one thing I do not allow anyone to do is tell me what you want me to ask you. Here's a list of, no, don't give me your list of questions, because I ain't going to go by your list. Almost 40 years in the business, I think I know how to ask some good questions. I put persons out of my studio. Some folk were so dumb, I just told them, look, get up and get the hell out of my studio. Just gone. You too stupid for me to even continue to give you some of my airtime. I'm looking forward to speaking with some politicians. And I tell politicians that when you come on my show, even if you have purchased advertising, don't mean that I'm finna softball you. Because my audience and people that follow me and have been following me for a number of years expect me to hit you with the hard questions. Some things, because politicians will lie. Oh, they'll lie. And I never ask a question of anyone on air, especially a politician, that I don't already have the receipts on. And then when I catch you in a lie, I can't trust you as a politician because you lied from the jump. If you lie about like addresses and things of that nature, you gonna keep on lying to the people. We know that you're capable of lying. Brian Salisbury paid me well, very well. But I could not allow Brian the other night to sit here and give me a song and dance. Then I lose my credibility as being the best in this market at what I do. So I grilled him, and somebody on here said I grilled him like a grilled cheese sandwich. But there are certain things I expect people when they walk into this studio to know. You can't shuck and jive me. See, I'm not a damn Bobby OJ or that damn Bill Johnson. I'm out here. I'm out here in the community. You don't see them at political events. And you can't report on that which you don't know. I go to city council meetings, or I have attended city council meetings. I study what I'm going to talk about. You can't talk and interview politics if you do not keep up with what is going on in this community. Last night, Nicole Claiborne did a marvelous job because she didn't come in here with the bullshit. She had a paper. She knew where all of the zip codes of the people that she represent was. She knew. She will make a good city council person. She has intellect. She has the gift of gab. She has a genuine concern for the people. Now, I'm waiting on J.B. Smiley to come. I spoke today with Mr. Doris, and he said we'll try to get him on one night next week. That's going to be a very interesting interview. I told Dale today that even though he's running advertisement on this show, I don't think that J.B. Smiley wants to be interviewed by me. I don't. Hurt my feelings too. It's going to really hurt my feelings that you give me all that money and you ain't going to come and sit here on the set with me and let me ask you some questions, because there's some things I want to know. Okay? I want to know if you're qualified. I want to know if you're ready to run. I want to know if you are a honest politician. Would you lie to the citizens of this community about anything? See, one of the things we need to know is if these politicians are liars. And if they are liars, they don't deserve your vote. They don't deserve you campaigning for them. So I'm looking forward to JB coming in as well. Also, Latrina, is it Davis Ingram? I'm going to be urging you. I met her yesterday, and she's running against a lady who was appointed to the bench, Teresa Jones. And some were trying to protect Teresa Jones. Somebody else had planned to run against him, and that was a group that talked that person out. Latrina Davis Ingram is running for the office. She told me yesterday she's had a desire to be a judge since she was a little girl. And I'm going to try to help her fulfill that dream. She's capable, she's qualified. I'm cutting her commercial on Monday. Monday. I'm going to cut her commercial. I'm going to take her commercial, not only run it on TV, but I'm going to run her on my radio show as well. I will be endorsing, I will be supporting, I will be urging you to vote for her. And believe it or not, there are a lot of people that call me on election day or when they're going to the early voting polls. Thaddeus, who should I vote for? We need good judges, even in the city court. We need good judges. And these kingmakers that we have out here who think that you got to get their permission to run for office. No, anybody can get your permission to run, get an okay, because you are politically connected or you a member of the Shelby County Democratic Party. That don't mean a damn thing to black folk. And I tell black folk, why the hell you keep voting Democratic? Somebody asked me today on social media, are you Democratic or Republican? No, the only party that I belong to is the money party. Touch your neighbor and say, the money party. I don't give a damn about the Republican Party, but I don't give a damn also about the Democratic Party, because the Democratic Party has taken black folk and the black vote for granted. All they got to give you is some commodities, some food stamp, some EBT, and they buy niggas with an EBT card. They're not giving us any economic empowerment in our communities, and we keep voting on this Democratic line. I'm totally independent. I have voted for Democrats, yes. I have voted for Republicans, yes, I have. I vote for the person that I think that I can get a return on for my vote. If you are voting and you don't think that you are supposed to get a return on your vote, you totally crazy. You're totally crazy. When a politician says that they are going to represent you, then damn, you gonna represent me. I got to believe that you're going to do something for me. You have no business voting for anyone that does not have a record of service. Why are you gonna run for the city council and you have never been involved in anything in the community? You just want a few minutes of glory. And half of them know you ain't gonna win nowhere. I looked at some of the names of people that's running for office. You ain't bit more got no business running than the man and the moon. You can't win. And then you don't have no munties. In the judge race, judges run every 8 years. You mean to tell me you on the bench for 8 years at $150,000 a year? Judges are millionaires by the time they get out of office, as far as the salary is concerned. What's Dale? You've been to school since me. 8 times $150,000 is what? Huh?
8 times $150,000.
Yeah. 8 times 150,000.
1,200,000.
A million who?
200,000.
Okay. You make over $1 million in your term of office and think you ain't gonna bring me no money. You're a lying ass. $1 million in a period of your term in office, 8 years, you're making $150,000 a year. You become a millionaire during that period. And can't bring me $3,500 or more. I start at 3,500. I've had several politicians are paying me more than 35. This is a business, and I respect what I do as much as you respect what white media is doing for you. This show is the most talked about television talk show in the Mid-South. White folk watch me. It amazes me sometimes. I'm in 201 Poplar, and white lawyers will walk up to me real close. I watch you every night. Thank you. But I ain't got nothing cheap. Don't tell me I'm gonna bring you $1,000. You're a lying ass. You can't bring me no $1,000 because I know my worth. I know what this show. Ain't nobody out there. I'm looking at the camera. Ain't nobody out there. And if they came now, we can't do nothing. If they came now, I tell you, go to the door and tell them ain't gonna be no interview tonight, cause it's already 8:25. So I don't even want to talk to them. Okay. This is a business. This is a political season, and I'd be a damn fool not to milk the political season financially. Or you supposed to be about public service. This ain't no charity. This show costs $72,000 a year to do. So how in the hell I'm finna be the charity? This is a business. When you go to channel 3, channel 5, channel 13, 24, and 30, you pay them. You pay them their rate. And my rate is much less than theirs, especially when you're running from now until October 3rd. You get the chance to come on this show and be interviewed. I ain't got no damn discount. And you're going to get your feelings hurt real bad asking me for a discount. Everybody that you see on those political advertisements, they paid me. I had a young lady, I had a company, a film company. They done went and got them some commercials made. And the film company called me yesterday, wanted to know what kind of movie file to send the commercial in. I said, sir, tell your client they need to bring me the rest of my money. Because don't a damn thing show up there on that TV screen right there. Until I got all my monies. I've had 1 or 2 people make their down payments. D. Harris, I was waiting to hear from you today, man. You told me you was gonna pay down on your spots today. I ain't heard from you. I know you probably been busy You'll call me later tonight. Mr. Poole, you welcome to come and advertise on the show. The person that uh, you're running against, I've known her for quite a while and consider her a friend, but she ain't brought me no monies. Ooh, ain't brought me no monies. Ain't answering my phone call. Jane Chandler, Judge, I've been trying to reach you for the last week, 2 and 3 times. I've been down to the courthouse. I went the other day, they said the court was closed. I went, did I go, was that the same week? I went early in the week and wasn't on the bench. But damn, Judge, we've been friends. And see, here's what I tell folks. If you ain't got no munties, tell me, Thaddeus, I don't have no munties. Okay? I ain't got none. Then it becomes my decision if I'm going to help you or not. 9 times out of 10, unless you're close to me or we real tight, ain't no helping. You know you're going to run for. I told Jane this. Jane has been on the bench 24 years. 24 years. I think she's only had opposition maybe once. And I said, Jane, folk in the community don't know who you are. People in the community, especially city court, don't keep up with the judges in 1, 2, and 3. They don't keep up with the judges. I shared with her, I said, the first time you ran, they thought you was white. They thought that you were a relative to the late former mayor of the city of Memphis, who went on to be a judge, Wyatt Chandler. Because white folks didn't see your little signs and things. White folk went by the last name. Now you have opposition. And I told Jane her opposition, she thought was gonna get out the race. I said, he ain't gonna get out the race. He's got judges, he's got prosecutors, he's got white lawyers with money. They're gonna support him. They want you gone. Why are you waiting to advertise? Why are you waiting? You need to be on the air. You need to have your face on the air. You need to have your name on the air. You need to come and sit right here. I understand that there are certain things that judges and persons who are running for judgeships cannot say. They got that, what's that word? Ethics. That's that word they use. They have to have some of them ethics. Okay. So I'm telling, maybe y'all can get to him. But if Mr. Poole bring me some munties, I'm gonna run the white man. I ain't got no problem with white folks' money. We ain't gotta be friends. Look, I went over to a little thing that they was having because one of my lawyers, Joe Osment, who's been my attorney, handled one of my divorces. I went over there, they invited me over. They had good beer and steaks and things. I like going to white folks' little political thing because, they have more than Kentucky Fried Chicken and some damn string beans like you at the damn repast. They give you some filet mignons and ice cold beer. Okay, let you even put your black foot in the swimming pool on those occasions. Okay. See, you shouldn't take the white man's money. Y'all ain't got no problem giving the white man y'all money. Y'all don't spend no money with black folk. You take all your money to the white man. Mr. White Man, did I give you enough money? I'm gonna give you some more. So when these sad stories come, I don't give a damn about a politician's sad ass story. You go to the white man to get your literature printed. You go to the white man to get your yard signs. You go to the white man's radio. And if you're going to there's only one black owned radio station in Memphis. That's WLOK. So when you go to DIA 101, 97, and all them folk, you still giving your money to white folk. And you think that my black ass supposed to feel sorry and give your ass a deal? The devil is a lie. I ain't giving you nothing but what you pay for. And then don't expect because you paid me that I'm going to softball you. No, I'm going to ask some questions for clarity. Are you going to represent the folk? Are you a liar? Don't let me catch you in no lie while you up here, because then the interview goes downhill from there. Don't let me catch you being dumb and don't know the answer to simple political questions about the office that you want to hold. Hell, if you don't know the answers, why should we vote for you? If you come in here without an agenda, without a plan, without a platform, I got to tell the people, hell, we can't vote for him. He don't know what he doing. He just want to be on the city council. But I'm about my paper. Touch your neighbor and say he about his paper. Touch your other neighbor, say he about his paper. All right, let me also remind you that Sunday morning, I invite you, if you have never been to the Naked Truth Liberation and Empowerment Ministries, I invite you to be there Sunday morning. I'm going to speak on at 10 o'clock Sunday morning. We've had all of these mass murders. We see all of these issues going on in this country. All of these tragic murders, all of this killing, all of this political madness against the least of these. I'm going to talk about Sunday morning. God done got tired of your mess. That's my message Sunday morning. God, and I'm going to take my time Sunday morning. God done got tired of your mess. You wondering why all of the things that are happening in this country, God done got tired of your mess. See, many preachers only want to tell you about God's love. He loved you. Oh, the love of God. But many preachers do not teach about the anger and the wrath of God. God gets angry, he gets mad, and God will clown on you. Ooh, yes, he will. Yeah, yeah. He will whoop you. Mm. You wondering why you going through some of the things that you're going through. God done got tired of your mess. Here we are, a country that says our motto is in God we trust, and look like the farthest thing that we trust is God. Mm. Well, I feel this one already, and it ain't even Sunday morning. God done got God, yeah. And you will find biblically that God that got tired of some folk. And I shared with somebody once that if God does not destroy this nation, for its sin, God is going to have to go back and apologize to Sodom and Gomorrah. Mm. You need to come and be with me on Sunday morning. Sunday is also Communion Sunday. We don't serve, Welch's grape juice. We serve you sangria. Yes, we do. Sangria. We don't give you them little bitty cups. We give you a cup about like that, a shot glass full of wine. Why y'all serving Welch's? God didn't serve no Welch. In fact, I don't even think Mr. Welch had been born 2019 years ago. And I serve you notice that when Jesus, if we go back and look at the time, or Yahshua, if we go back and look at the time, that picture y'all see of the Lord's Supper, Jesus wasn't drinking out of no little fancy cup. No. If you go back and you look at the tradition of that day, I believe Jesus had a gorge that's a fruit about yay high, and it was hollowed out on the inside. It was full of wine. Yeah, Jesus had him a full thing of wine. Yeah. Ain't nothing wrong with no wine. No. Ain't. Didn't Jesus turn water into wine? And at the wedding feast, they asked the question when they had ran out of all that other wine that they had, and Mary came to him and said, Jesus, these folk, they need some wine. What can you do? And they filled up the water pots. You know the story of how he turned water into wine. And the guy that was getting married said, why y'all hold the good wine to the end? Jesus made some good wine. Touch your neighbor and say, Jesus is a good wine maker. Yes, he is. Yeah, you want some good wine? Let Jesus fix you some wine. I don't know whether it was 50 proof, 80 proof, or 100 proof, but Jesus, yes, he did. He does everything good and very good. He made some good wine. Well, I felt a hoop right there. Yeah. Good wine. Good wine. It was good to the very last drop. Touch your neighbor. He got some wine for you. Sunday morning, I invite you, 10 a.m. Why don't you come and join me at the Naked Truth? Yeah, I was thinking about the good wine that Jesus made. Sometimes when you run out of what you got, boy, you better leave that alone. All you got to do is call him here. He'll make you some new wine. Boy, I heard I was listening to Jamal Bryan today, and he was talking about when you got that oil on you, talking about that holy oil. And he went on to talk about a fella, he said, you won't find him in Matthew, Mark, Luke, or John. I'm going to steal it. I'm going to use it. You won't find him in Genesis, Revelations. You won't find him there. They said that the man's name was Popeye. I said, Popeye? Yeah, Popeye. Popeye, the sailor man.
Right now.
Yeah. Who was always being beat up by Brutus. Boy, I feel that. Yeah. He was always being beat up by Brutus. Why did Brutus always beat up on Popeye? Because Popeye had olive oil. Boy. Huh? Yeah. And it seemed that Popeye would open up the can of spinach and take the spinach when Brutus was beating him up because of olive oil. Yeah. And Brian, and I almost stood up in the office when I was listening to that when you are being beat up, all you got to do is have some oil. When his oil is flowing on you, even when folk are beating on you, it's just like a can of spinach. You can find your strength. Boy, I felt a hoot. Yeah, I better leave y'all alone. Leave y'all alone. Yeah. Stop it, Fatty Bear. Stop. Yeah, something about his oil. Yeah. And he'll give you enough oil. How you know he'll give you enough? He said, my cup. What do it do, somebody? My cup runneth over. He will fill your cup up. When he already told you that even when your enemies come against you, he prepares a table for you, not out of their sight. Your enemies are wondering why you are being blessed, and they got to look at you being blessed. They talk about you, they misuse you, they scandalize your name, but you keep on being blessed in their presence. Well, he said, I prepared a table for you in the presence of your enemies. I want you to see, I want your enemies to see what's going on. That's the reason I tell my haters, you keep on hating on me, because he keeps preparing a table for me. He sets out a buffet meal, and every day, even though you're lying on me, scandalizing my name, I can sit at the table. And I got me something to eat. And if you had good sense, you quit hating on me and sit at the table with me. I think I'm gonna stop, because I feel a preach coming on. You need to come on Sunday morning. Quit letting them folk tell you don't come and see Thaddeus over there at the Naked Truth Liberation and Empowerment. He ain't got but a handful of folk, and they right. But guess what? Even with a handful of folk, some Sundays I ain't got but 10 folk there. But even in the midst of that, I'm in a 45,000 square foot building that I ain't never missed a note on. I fed 242 families last week, getting ready to try to do 500 the first Saturday in next month. I've given jobs. I've given all types of benefits to folk. I've given clothing to folk. Yeah, I got a boys and a girls mentoring program. I got a woman's ministry. That's all God wants from you. God don't give a damn about how many folk y'all got in the building if all you got is folk in the building and you ain't doing nothing for the folk on the outside of the building. Boy, don't let me get out this zone. Come on. So you want to call the church, that brick and mortar, that 3835 Raleigh Militant Road. It ain't nothing but a building. Yeah, it's nothing but a building. It ain't the church. You the church. You bring the church to the building. I'm gonna stop. I got some more commercials that need to be played. I probably played them all in. Yeah. You bring the church to the building. And at Naked Truth, I invite you to come. I don't give a damn about your past. We all got an X in front of our name. Look, the homosexual, you invited. Yeah, come on, homosexual. Bull, dagger, dyke, stud, you come on. Transgender, come on. Because when you get there, you're going to find that there's some other sinners there. You're going to find some liars, some fornicators, some adulterers, some backbiters. And the word says there is no big sin and little sin. All unrighteousness is sin. Come on. Because God done got tired of your mess. You wallowing in mess. You walking in mess. You got mess all betwixt your toes because you wallowing in mess. But you don't have to wallow. I remember that boy that y'all called the prodigal son, that when he had lost all he had and he was wallowing in the pig pen. And many of you will find yourself in the pig pen of life. But he started thinking about what he had at his daddy's house. Yeah. Why am I wallowing? Why am I losing all that I had in my father? Boy, stop now. Stop. No, stop. I can get up and rise and go to my father's house. God, that be my father, and I'm his child. And isn't it great? I don't care if you're the hoe and you've been hoeing all of your life. God still loves you. Somebody ought to say, yes, he does. I don't care if you're the crip, the gangbanger, the gangster, the sniper. I don't care if you're the robber man. God still loves you. Here, that boy got up out the hole pit after he had lost everything he had. He was a crack addict. He had everything. Then he ran into a guy by the name of Bobby Womack. Y'all heard of Bobby. He ran into Bobby Womack, and Bobby shared his story. He said, once I lived the life of a millionaire, spending my money all here and there. But he summed it up when he said, young man, you need to go home because don't nobody want you when you know the story. You down, and he got up, he went to his father's house, and a good father, I don't care who you are and how bad you're being and what your past has been, his father welcomed him in open arms. I'm gonna leave y'all alone. How many minutes I got left?
6.
I still got some time. I thought I had closed. I was about ready to pull it there. Yeah. But let me tell you something. Those of you that's watching and it's Friday, and you got more bills today than you got money, God has a financial plan for you. I teach giving, and God gives back. I don't teach the tithe. I teach that you get what you put in, but when you get it with interest. The most powerful scripture in giving, be not deceived. That means don't be fooled. For God is not mocked. He ain't lying. Whatsoever a man soweth, whatever you plant, whatever you put in, that, I love that word, that shall you also reap. That, you plant some money, you get some money. The reason that I'm blessed and Naked Truth keeps making it with only 10 folks there sometimes on a Sunday morning, because many of y'all scared and you wondering what I do on a Sunday morning. What you see me doing right now is what I do on Sunday morning. Yeah, God has not allowed the lights to be cut off. And those lights on both of those buildings on the property run about $2,000 or more a month. The note on that church runs about $2,500 a month. The total expenses monthly is between $8,000 to $10,000, and we have not missed a beat. And somebody keeps wondering, Thaddeus, how you do it with just a few folks. Y'all just don't know the man that I know. And see, when you know whose you are, and you know where you belong, and you know that God has something especially for you to do for his people, you ain't got to worry. Okay, it's my time up, because I'm ready. I'm about ready to go. Yeah. But I invite you. Okay, I invite you Sunday morning. Will you come? Will you make a commitment right now? You ain't got to dress up. If you ain't got nothing but a pair of jeans and a t-shirt and a raggedy pair of tennis, come on. I don't care where you're coming from. I ain't got no whole lot of money to put in church. Hell, them that's there ain't putting in no whole lot. But God is still in the blessing business. Somebody asked me, what's your denomination? You a Baptist? Nope. I'm just God. God has no religion. He ain't Baptist. And can I give y'all something about this thing y'all call Christianity? It ain't but 600 some years old. Go and research the history of Christianity. But y'all don't want to read. Timothy says, study to show thyself approved unto God, a workman that needed not be ashamed, so that you can rightly divide the word of truth. And everything that God did and everything that he said is not in them 66. If you don't believe me, go to the last chapter of John and the last verse, where it tells you that if everything that Jesus did and said was written in books, there would not be enough books on the earth to contain them. But you have put yourself in a spiritual or a religious box. Quit saying you got good religion. Satanism is a religion. Whatever you worship becomes your religion. I'm finna go. Don't forget to join me each and every morning from 6 a.m. until 9 o'clock for the Thaddeus Matthews Blues Show. Because he who can beat me playing the blues, his mom and daddy don't even know each other yet. Thank you so very much for being here. I want to apologize for my guest lying to me. and saying that they were going to be here. But I can assure you, it will not happen with them again. Until we meet again, top of the evening to you.